back in the motherfucking nether.
Be a little bit higher up. I definitely want to put a window. I'm thinking iron bar window. That could be pretty sweet looking. Maybe 3 blocks tall. So maybe we'll position it like right there. I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll move it up or down. It's kind of dependent, but somewhere in there we do a window and top. Now top, I think, is going to look really, really good here. And carrying these stone brick borders all the way up and down will make it consistent, but it looks bad. Like really, really bad in here. So we're going to have to do something about that. Now to do something about that, I see staircase right there. Staircase right there, and I'm on a staircase. I'm not too concerned about the strange flat area because I think fixing it will be very easy. A couple staircases, create an arch right in here, slab shoot, maybe this cool block right there, and there we go, 100%. Popping a few bucks to build up and going to erase that really, really strange off-road border that we would have had in the top of the stone bricks, and it looks pretty consistent. It's deep slate time. My favorite time. Look at this. You could run deep slate going right in here, polished deep slate, but it's a little bit lighter tone. It looks even better, and it keeps the top small too. Right now, the shape that we're working with is perfect, maybe. I hope it's perfect at least. There's no way that this could end up being here that day. I hope. I love deep slate, specifically every single type of deep slate, but my least favorite part of deep slate, my least favorite version is polished deep slate. I've said it before. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, it's nice. Like, it definitely works the build, like I'm using it here today, clearly, but it's my least favorite. The goal is to keep the tower small using the walls. That's fittingly keep the tower small. I think that's a cool detail at the bottom. It feels like it's missing something, I'm not too sure, but we'll worry about the specific findings of those. So in the meantime, we're gonna have a ladder running up to this floor, and then either put the ladder on the wall or have trap doors going down, or I could even do vines. Maybe like glowberry vines would be kind of cool. But either way, we're gonna have that run up, and we have the window. So I actually decided to move those down a little bit. Iron bars all the way. This is gonna look really, really cool in here. And the top is nice, but I think it could be a little bit better. So I've never tried this block combo before. I've barely built with top actually, but I think Cal is so amazing. Top, mixing it up in here, making a small variation. It might look weird at first, but I think hopefully, because of the gray tones, once we have the whole build finished, I think it should end up looking pretty cool. I mean, I think. I hope. I feel like it would work out because there's a lot of the lighter tones and top, like the light spots right there, match the top. So I put a bunch of trapdoors in. I decided to do trapdoors. That should hopefully be good. We'll need a few more to go all the way up to the top. But next up, ladder. So this part of the build, I'm thinking it's probably going to end up staying pretty good. This is a abandoned farm. Obviously, here, the main part of the build is going to be up at the top or somewhere like this level right here. I think we'll probably end up coming in here with a good floor and covering the whole floor, making it so we can easily walk around on the build, But next, we're going to make it look a little bit taller. It's fence gate time. So this is where the wood farm comes in because I'm going to need way more spruce probably, way more dark oak too, which means wood farm in like 30 seconds. Next up, I want to use fence gates in here. We're going to place one skipper block and do one more skipper block, and then have one more right there, which is up every single side. Basically having your fence gates.
After that, I pop a pill. You know that I stay for real. These niggas got up. Might hold my tip. Pesos in these Bentley. Oh, I got me a girl. Oh, I got me. Yeah, I got all these dudes and drugs. Yeah, wonder where they fighting on. Spin the block and we gon' drop. I got hoes and bleaks, hoes and niggas out. Girl, you know you wanna watch. Girl, you know you wanna watch. Girl, I keep the blicky tuck. After that, I walk 'em up. Keep that shit all on me, yo. Girl, you don't want none of that. I'ma hit you with my fucking steamer and pop you with my steamer, yo. I'ma knock it off your head. I'ma knock you off your head. Girl, you thinking that you is the shit until you fuck with me. Girl, you thought you really was the shit until you fuck with me. Yeah, luckily, I'm gonna flex my bitch. Luckily, you. Girl, you really thought you was the shit until you fuck with me. Oh yeah, luckily, I count my motherfucking G's. If them bitches up by $1, then we gon' pop it. Yeah, pop it, you pop it, pop it, all them boys. We gonna rock this shit out, nigga. What? Ain't making long. I just got my standards up. I just up my standards. Hold up, girl, no hammer. Rocking that shit like pajamas. Fucking her in the back of the car. I got these bitches going so. Fucked her in the back of the car. Fucked her upside down in the car. Got me and Zeus and got the guitar. Oh.
Have to do something about that. Now to do something about that, I think staircase right there.
staircase right there. And like that. I gotta grab my wheel. I had to lay on a few times and I go pop some pills. I gotta wake up way too hard. You have for you have shit, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go hard. Yeah, I'm about to go. Trap out is on bar. You know we go. Yeah, you know we go. Fighting for my heart, baby, I never lose. You. Hey, remind me again who fucking on who now. Fighting for my heart, baby, I never lose. You. Yo, baby, what it do? Oh, oh. Oh yeah.
Stare. It's a deep slate time. My favorite time. Look at this. We could run deep slate that this could end this polished infinitely keep to move the windows down a little before I barely. So once we have there, matches cobblestone pretty well. This is probably gonna end bring the whole floor, making it so we can easily walk around on the build, But next, we're gonna make the build a little bit taller. It's fence gate time. So this is where the wood farm comes in because I'm gonna need way more screws probably, way more dark oak too, which means wood farm in like 30 seconds. Next up, I want to use fence gates in here. We're going to place one, skip a block, then do one more, skip a block, and then have one more right there. We'll do that on every single side. Basically having these fence gates pop up. No, I hear one, It's coming, it's happening right now. No, I didn't even get to say the bit about it yet. Oh no, Phantom. Oh no, Phantom. You bad Phantom, you ruined the surprise. Okay, so we're gonna put some fence gates on the build, but let's talk about the Phantom. That's funny. Why did that happen? What happened? Well, you see, I planned this episode. I always knew this episode was going to happen. Since last episode. If you can remember, right at the end of the last episode, we were in the Nether doing enchanting. After last episode, I waited around and stayed up in the overworld for one day. It is now the third nighttime, or the fourth. I think it would be the fourth. Wow, this is insanely dark over here. This definitely needs more torches on the build, like right there. Whatever. It's the first nighttime that phantoms can actually spawn, so they're going to start spawning as long as I'm out in the open. Not under any blocks. Well, at least not under most blocks. Now, it's tree farm time. Like I said, we have to chop down some trees here. I have one spruce tree ready to go. I'm going to need these dark oak ones too. And apparently, it's zombie horde time too. There are like a million zombies all over the place. Where are you all even coming from? Like, on my farm and everything, you better not ruin the crops. Stop jumping. So yeah, it's time for a zombie horde, it's time for tree farm, and it's time to watch out for phantoms. Thankfully, when they spawn, they're very noisy, so I'll hear them. But if I'm up high, I'm going to have to stop and watch out because they can push me off things. Oh wait, it doesn't matter at all. I can fall all that I want. Feather falling forward. Hey look, one of the zombies dropped a carrot. This might be my first carrot over here. Armed with a ton of wood, it's back to the build for me. So we start with fence gates going out on the build to blend things out. Next up, we're going to do logs. We're going to place logs facing out, just like this on top of the fence gates, and then we're going to strip the logs. I think stripping the logs is going to make them look really good and blend into the next part of the build. But with the logs coming off of the build, that means we need to move the build up a little bit more. So we're going to place logs facing out.
Oh yeah, I'm back going hard again. I'm starting on my heart again. You know it could be nice.
Just like this on top of the fence gates, and then we're going to strip the logs. I think stripping the logs is going to make them look really good and blend into the next part of the build. But with the logs coming off of the build, that means we need to move the build up a little bit more. So that means more tuff and more cobblestone. I think this is probably the layer where the tuff and the cobblestone is going to end. One, stripping the logs is going to make them look really good and blend into the next part of the build. But with the logs coming off of the build, that means we need to move the build up a little bit more. So that means more tuff and more cobblestone. I think this is probably the layer where the tuff and the cobblestone is going to end. One log for every single fence gate. No fence gate left behind. Bunch of stripped logs in here now. Now it's time for even more fence gates. This time the fence gates go the other direction though. We place them like that, connecting the lugs. Basically what I'm... That means we need to move the build up a little bit more. So that means more tuff and more cobblestone. I think this is probably the layer where the tuff and the cobblestone is going to end. One log for every single fence gate. No fence gate left. Bunch of stripped logs in here now. Now it's time for even more fence gates. The fence gates go the other direction though. We place them like that, connecting the lugs. Basically what I'm trying to do here with all of this wood, all of this detail, is to make a solid base so I can actually set a building up on top of this thing and make it bigger than 5x5, just by a little bit. After the logs, to continue popping things out and make them look good, I think it's trapdoor time. I hope it's trapdoor time, because I love spruce trapdoors. These things look so good and they add so much detail. If you need to add detail to any build, it's trapdoors. Just cover the thing in trapdoors, coat it entirely. I've been meaning to do it to that build for a while now. Coat it in trapdoors and boom, there you go. You have the best looking build in the entire world. So from the ground, we're looking pretty good. I like the look of it. I think the cobblestone mixes well in there. It still seems to be missing something, but it's looking good. But it's time. This might be the best move of this build today. It also is going to be the most expensive move of this entire build today. But it's time. Barrels. I think we're going to need 5 barrels per side, which brings our total up to 20. We need a total of 20 barrels for this next part. I think. You see, today is basically detailing 101, Tower 101. The barrel, very interesting looking block. You can interact with it, of course. It has this nice striping. But the bottom side of the barrel has a texture that's a little bit different than the normal log texture. And I think it's going to work out really, really good on this build. Add a different detail, a different look to the side of the build. So we're going to go with them. And, of course, the barrel comes in spruce tone. Honestly, the barrel should come in every single tone, I think. Like a jungle barrel, an oak barrel. That would be really, really cool. Hopefully one day. But, yeah, it matches the spruce tone, like, perfectly. So we'll do a row of barrels like that. And then it's back to the logs. We're basically on the final part of the build now. I think we're going to go up with logs, maybe like 4. 4 is pretty good. Go up with 4 logs all the way around, jump back down and strip these logs so they match the barrel from the outside. The floor here is going to have to be something. Honestly, I was kind of thinking birch. I was thinking birch as a floor here. That might be kind of cool. So we'll come back in and get that. But we'll do logs like that, and then we'll do fences like this. And then it's basically roof time. Now, for the roof of the build, I will be using deep slate. I will be using duct.
Let me love you. Oh,
Dark oak. I have a very come back in and get that. But we'll do on and strip these logs so they row of barrels like that. And then it's back to the logs. We're basically on the final part of the build now. I think we're going to go up with logs, maybe like 4. 4 is pretty good. Go up with 4 logs all the way around, jump back down and strip these logs so they match the barrels from the outside. The floor in here is going to have to be something. Honestly, I was kind of thinking birch. I was thinking birch as a floor in here. That might be kind of cool. So we'll come back in and get that. But we'll do logs like that, and then we'll do fences like this. And then it's basically roof time. Now, for the roof of the build, I will be using deep slate. I will be using dark oak. I have a very cool looking roof plan. I think. Hopefully, it'll end up working. I mean, I think it'll end up working out. It should end up working out. I don't see why not. So look at the build stall and play front and center too. That's why I wanted to put it there. So we put the tower right over there, but we're going to need to connect it up to our path. I don't remember why this cobblestone was there. I think it was just marking something. We'll take that out. We'll make the path go down this way. All I have to do is move the bushes out of the way. I'll move some of these plants out of the way. Instead of the path just turning and going that way, we'll make it go this way too. It'll be able to go straight over this way, right over to the tower. Very, very easy shot over here. I'll go ahead and get the path in too and make sure it looks good. To stop the path from having to go down, just to go right back up in a couple blocks, I'll fill this in, terraform this up. I think it'll make the path look a little bit better. And then we can actually curve the path in and kind of keep it in these bushes. Ferns. Ferns for days. We'll always save the ferns. Oh yeah, and this lake down here. I made a few modifications to it. I took out the spawn one block. I'm going to leave it here though. Maybe. Might be a reach, but you never know. Axolotl spawns in here, or at least it glows or something. It's very dark back there. I think it was impossible. That would be amazing. You know what wouldn't be amazing? That would be amazing. Here, let me help you out, my guy. I got it. So let's talk about the roof of the building. That's what I'm thinking. It goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up. That's the top. Well, great. And typical UK weather fashion, it would be raining. It would be. Anyways, the roof. I finished the roof. I was going for a roof that would look good in every single direction. So I went with that shape. Whatever you want to call it. Yep, that shape. It's times like these where I really wish there was a way to reset the weather other than sleeping, because now it's thundering. Hopefully something doesn't catch on fire. Oh yeah, there are phantoms too. So phantoms won't only spawn at nighttime, actually. Kind of funny. They'll actually spawn in thunderstorms. And it like never thunderstorms in this world. So now it's thunderstorms. Oh, there's mobs everywhere. Oh, this is great. Mob Stampede definitely wasn't in my plans for today. Didn't think that was going to end up happening. I'm definitely glad that the village is safe, and I'm very glad that I have good armor too. So I'll work on the build a little bit, is what I was going to say. I was going to try and show you this, but I kind of can't. The zombies might ruin my door, so I'm just going to put blocks there. Oh boy, the good old build. So at this point, the band is in a really, really good spot. We're basically ready to go. I have a few more final touches to put on it detail-wise, but the build is in a good spot. Now for phantoms to spawn, you need to be either out in the open or underneath a block that doesn't block any light at all. The block that doesn't block any light at all is glass. The color of the glass doesn't matter. Tinted glass blocks light level, so that's not going to work, but plain old glass, that's good. To finish this build up top, we're going to do a 3x3 square of glass. If we stand anywhere underneath the glass, like this spot right here, then phantoms will actually be able to spawn so long as we haven't slept. To make this thing a little bit easier to use, with a trap door over the ladders right here, so now I can literally just stand in the middle, move around. I don't have to worry about falling or anything like that. I'll run a demo at the next nighttime, but basically to fight these things, all we need to do is move over to the ledge. But if we were to stand at the ledge right now, the phantoms would be able to easily dive bomb me, potentially knock me out of the build. Not good. To stop that from happening, cobwebs. Cobwebs will actually catch phantoms. If we do 3 cobwebs right there, 1 block above my head, sticking out of the build, we're going to be good. Phantoms will spawn all over the place above us though, so we're going to want to do that on every single side of the build. 3 cobwebs, 1 block above us. It's that easy. 3 cobwebs, 1 block above our head, and we should be able to catch basically all of the phantoms. If we're not quick enough in taking out the phantoms, they might be able to make it through the cobwebs, and if they do, we'll go up to the top of the build, and we can stand here, jump, and hit them. We should be able to do it. That's basically the whole farm. We'll run the demo at the next nighttime, but now we have to put the final touches on the build. To begin the final touches, even more logs. We place them facing out so we can see the cool detail, and then we strip them. Then we do even more logs going across here, and same thing. We're just going to strip them. The block that doesn't block any light at all is glass. The color of the glass doesn't matter. Tinted glass blocks light level, so that's not going to work, but plain old glass, that's good. To finish this build up top, we're going to do a 3x3 square of glass. If we stand anywhere underneath glass, like this spot right here, then phantoms will actually be able to spawn so long as we haven't slept. To make this thing a little bit easier to use, we'll put a trap door over the ladders right here, so now I can literally just stand in the middle, move around. I don't have to worry about falling or anything like that. I'll run the demo at the next nighttime, but basically to fight these things, all we need to do is move over to the ledge. But if we were to stand at the ledge right now, the phantoms would be able to easily dive bomb me, potentially knock me out of the build. Not good. To stop that from happening, cobwebs. Cobwebs will actually catch phantoms. If we do 3 cobwebs right there, 1 block above my head, sticking out of the build, we're going to be good. Phantoms will spawn all over the place above us though, so we're going to want to do that on every single side of the build. 3 cobwebs, 1 block above us. It's that easy. 3 cobwebs, 1 block above our head, and we should be able to catch basically all the phantoms. If we're not quick enough in taking out the phantoms, they might be able to make it through the cobwebs, and if they do, they'll go up to the top of the build, then we can stand here, jump, and hit them. We should be able to reach. That's basically the whole farm. We'll run the demo at the next nighttime, but now we have to put the final touches on the build. To get the final touches, even more logs. We place them facing out, so we can see the cool detail, and then we strip them all. Then we do even more logs going across here, and same thing. We're just going to strip all these logs. The tree farm came in a huge handy today because of logs. The logs are so easy to farm over there. Not really at night when mobs are swarming, but yeah, it's so easy to farm over there. Now we're in a better spot on this build, but we still have that strange opening spot, which could only mean one thing. Phantom. I mean, it's a phantom farm. Really, we had no other choice all along. Of course, we need to make a phantom. So, lime glass, cyan glass. Phantoms are like kind of cyany. I wish I had prismarine. If I had prismarine would be perfect. But there we go. Now the huge question is, do we leave the glass open like that so we let light through, or do we block it off with dark oak flame? I think the answer to that question is leave it open. A couple fences in here, maybe even some angles to make it look more interesting, and I think we're basically good. The entire phantom farm is good and ready to go, which means all we need to do is wait for the next nighttime and use this thing. Well, that was easy. Nighttime is here. So now we move to the middle of the build and we wait. Eventually, a phantom should spawn. Shouldn't really take that long because I've been up for like a bunch of night times now. I haven't been keeping track, but it's been a long, long time since I've slept. Made it all the way through that thunderstorm, of course. I eventually Phantoms can spawn right up there, a group of them. On Java, difficulty level also affects the amount of Phantoms that can spawn. On easy difficulty, 1 to 2 Phantoms can spawn. Normal, 1 to 3. And hard difficulty, 1 to 4. At this point, I feel like I've definitely seen at least one of those 4 Phantom clusters spawn on me. I've had so many Phantoms spawn. Now, really quick, look at the view of this place. The view of the base is so amazing from up here. We can see the chateau, we can see Grim, obviously, like literally everything. It's a great view. But anyway, back to the base. We wait for Phantoms. It happened. It happened. They spawned. The Phantoms are out there now. So now to actually use this thing, all we need to do is move over to one of the sides and wait. Eventually, the Phantoms will catch on to me, and they'll start diving. Now, when they start diving, you can back up a little bit. The goal is to have that happen right there, exactly. Now, the Phantom gets caught in the cobweb. We're quick. We can get the Phantom. We should be able to land 1 hit. If we're really quick, we can get 2 hits. It could definitely be a little bit tricky to hit the Phantom when they're stuck inside of the cobweb. Try swinging near the edge of the cobweb. That should help. And watch out for Phantoms, like this guy right here, that goes right past the cobweb. Depending on the angle the Phantom dives at, it can actually sometimes miss the cobweb, dive right under it, and then, because of how I set this thing up, get stuck inside of the building. If you have good armor, it's not really that big of a deal. The Phantom's trapped inside of the farm, take it out. If you don't want Phantoms ever inside of your build, though, pretty easy fix. Double up the row of cobwebs. So we have 1 row right there, we do 1 right below it, even with the cobblestone, and it should be fixed. Phantoms. I have 2 more Phantoms above the build. This time we'll go over here. Phantoms, where are you? Hey, no, you're over there? Okay, fine, I'll come to you. No, you're not going to move back and forth. Come over here. To make the Phantoms lock onto you, imagine the Phantom is like an Enderman and try and look at his eyes. So you're stuck. Oh, that's too bad. Goodbye. So now, sometimes the Phantom membrane can actually fall down on the ground. You might have to leave the tower and go get it. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to some of mine, but trust me. I'm not too worried about it right now. Back to the middle. Now we wait again. Like I mentioned right at the beginning of the video, the longer you wait up, the more Phantoms will spawn. The cool thing about this farm is it will only get better and better and better the longer you wait up. You can wait up like 10 days straight. Then you should have a lot of Phantom spawns. Up here in the tower, because of how I set things up, I am completely safe. I have nothing to worry about at all, so I can basically just AFK and listen for the Phantom sounds. And are there more Phantoms? Excellent. Honestly, I thought more Phantoms would be spawning at this nighttime. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. 7 Phantom membrane is way more than I'll ever need. But yeah, I thought there would be more. And there we go. I think that's basically it. The nighttime is fully over. Only that 1 cluster of Phantoms spawned. Yeah, very, very surprised about that one. But the night is over. Aside from design differences, doubling up your row of cobwebs, there is one more change that you can make to the farm too. If you're worried about falling out of the farm, you can put fence gates there, leave them open at nighttime, you can move right through them. They don't affect you at all, but then you can close them too so you don't fall out. I don't know, I'm not really worried about falling out, so I'm going to leave them off the build. I think it looks a little bit better for the build, not like open, but it is definitely something that you can do. So now I have this space in here, I'm thinking about coming back in and decorating that up with like a crafting table with chests. It's simple, it's really not much, but honestly I'm not too concerned with this one. It's just a transition from the bottom up to the top. Is it raining again? It is. That's so weird. That's a lot of rain. Terraforming. On the outside of the building in the small in-between area, I think we're pretty much set now. I decorated the hill with bushes, poured dirt on the ground, some berry bushes, did a path in here, did a small staircase step up. It's not much, but it's good. And then the door right here. We walk in, we go up, we use the farm. I tried to spice it up down here on the ground on all sides of the build because it's very, very visible. From the ground, this is what we end up with. It looks pretty good. I do definitely feel that it's missing something. But other than that thing, I actually love it. I actually think it was really cool. Yes, much better. Mossy Stone Break. My old friend, I missed you. So now I officially think the build is done. Now, through today's episode, I've been working, Phantom spawning pretty much the whole time. I have some Phantom membrane. I'm not going to tell you how many Phantom membranes yet, but I have a lot. Take a guess down below. And while you do that, it's time for the comments for today. Also, the 7 Phantom membrane that I have right now, they don't count towards the total. Episode 161. Try using Silk Touch on the empty glowberry vine. From Bedrock, I get a glowberry for each section of the vine. Okay, this is crazy. I don't know if I'm like fully understanding this right, but Silk Touch the vine and you're getting a glowberry for the section of the vine, being the vine or what? Because that sounds like a Bedrock bug. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work that way, and also, unfortunately, I don't think the glowberry is coming back to that one. Wherever it was that I harvested, I don't know why. Now, I've seen the comments down below a couple times just use bone meal on the vines, which, yes, definitely, I could do that, but I'm looking for vines that will consistently regrow on their own so I can run by, harvest them, and if they drop the berries off and, like come back and do it again, hopefully they regrow and actually glow this time. That'd be great. From the looks of things, it looks like it's actually becoming nighttime again. Perfect. I mean, I've spent a lot of time. Yeah, that sounds great. And hey, look at that. No more rain. Yay. Hello, Phantom. everybody, it's me. We'll be using Dark Oak. I have a very cool, so I wanted to put it out of the way. I'll move some of these plants out of the way. Instead of the path just turning and going that way, we'll make it go this way. I'll fill this in, terraform this up. I think it'll make the path look a little bit bigger though. Maybe that wouldn't be. That's the talk. Well, great. In typical UK weather fashion, it would be raining. It would be. Anyways, the roof. I finished the roof. I was going for a roof that would look good in every single direction, so I went with that shape. Whatever you want to call that shape. It's times like these where I really wish there was a way to reset the weather other than sleeping, because now it's thundering. Hopefully something doesn't catch on fire. Oh yeah, there are phantoms too. So phantoms won't only spawn at nighttime, actually. Kind of funny. They'll actually spawn thunderstorms. And there's like never thunderstorms in this world. So now it's thunderstorms. Oh, there's mobs everywhere. Oh, this is great. Mob Stampede definitely wasn't in my plans for today. Didn't think that was going to end up happening. I'm definitely glad that the villagers are safe, and I'm very glad that I have good armor too. So I worked on the build a little bit, is what I was going to say. I was going to try and show you this, but I kind of can't. The zombies might ruin my door, so I'm just going to put blocks there. Oh boy, the good old build. So at this point, the Phantom Farm is in a really, really good spot. We're basically ready to go. I have a few more final touches to put on it detail-wise, but the build is in a good spot. Now, for Phantoms to spawn, you need to be either out in the open or underneath a block that doesn't...
Damn, I did a lot in a day, dude. Holy shit. 208, negative 32. It's kind of my fault. Negative 208, negative 32. Something. Negative 208. 156. Fucking A, dude. fucking gosh. How I just got 39 levels? Do not know. You're right there, 10, bro. Ten attack damage, like that's a good amount right there. I didn't even die over here. Oh, fucking in a bed. No, hell, stop. Mm.
Golden Apple Manor tutorial.
Years ago, when I was younger, I kinda liked a girl I knew. She was mine, and we were sweethearts. That was then, but then it's true. I'm in love with a fairy tale.
You put a lot of paper shit on that bitch. You get carrots around that bitch, right? Ugh.